In today's video, I'll be showing you guys 5 must-have farms for any of your new worlds. All of the farms in the video will be super useful for beginners and for any of you who might not have already had them. And of course, all of these farms will work in the latest edition of Minecraft Bedrock and will also work on all Minecraft Bedrock platforms, including mcpe, PS4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and Windows 10 editions. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's get straight to it. And the first must-have farm is actually super useful, and most veterans of the game don't even have it. And that is a charcoal farm. And obviously one of the first things you do when you start off is to get a whole bunch of coal, but with this farm, you don't need to do that anymore. And to build this farm, you'll need a dropper, 2 observers, 3 hoppers, 2 chests, 1 furnace, 20 glass blocks. But guys, that's optional. You can obviously use solid blocks if you want, a bucket of water, a soul sand, and 6 pieces of kelp. So yeah, just go ahead and grab all these materials. And to get started with building, place a dropper like this. Now you can make your way behind it and then break down these 2 blocks in the ground. Then go ahead and make your way behind the dropper and then break this block right here, and then place an observer like this, so the arrow should be facing away from our dropper, and then break this block and then place another one on the face of the other observer like so, and make sure that the arrow on this observer is facing the dropper. Now crouch and place a hopper right there, then place a furnace on top of that like this. Now go behind the furnace and then place a hopper going into the back, then place a chest on top of that hopper. Now place another hopper on top of the furnace, and then you can crouch place a chest on the hopper like this. Now with our glass blocks, place 3 right here and go ahead and make these 5 blocks tall in total. And continuing on, make the center one 1 block taller and add 2 more blocks right here, and then place another hopper going to the top chest like so. And make sure to place a block on top of our chest like this. Then you can go ahead and place down a water bucket right here. Once you place down the water, swim down this little channel and then place 6 kelp all the way up, and that should turn all of this water into source water. Once that's done, you can break these kelp blocks and then replace the bottom block with a soul sand. And if you did everything correctly, you should get shot up like that. And for the final step, all you have to do is cover off the top by placing 2 more blocks right here. And that's the construction complete. So now I'll show you guys how you can use this farm. So to initially get the farm started, just get a few pieces of charcoal and then open up the furnace and then put it right here. Then all you have to do is open up the top chest and then place in our logs, and boom, they should start smelting. And as soon as it's done smelting, it's gonna get shot up our water slide like before and then get picked up by our hoppers, and it will automatically refuel our furnace. And I recommend is loading up this top chest with a lot of wood to start off with, and after a while you should have a whole bunch of charcoal stored in this chest over here. And what that means is that now you can use this furnace to smelt whatever items you want, and it will automatically refuel itself. If you guys are looking to level up and progress through the game, this is a must-have farm, as it serves many functions and it can get you a lot of loot, and most importantly, and yeah, I'm talking about the automatic AFK fish farm, as this farm can get you guys enchanted books, a lot of food, and a whole lot of cool things, and also XP. So yeah, let's get to it. So you'll need 3 chests, a bucket of water, a bucket of salmon or cod, a lava bucket, 4 signs of any kind, a hopper with a minecart, 3 trapdoors, 4 ladders, a rail, and a hopper. And of course, you also need a fishing rod. And obviously guys, the better the enchantments, the better. So go ahead and grab all these materials. And to start off, just place down a chest, then place 3 signs on these 3 sides. Now grab your trapdoors and then go ahead and place 3 like this, and then open them up. Now while crouching, you're going to want to grab your water bucket and then waterlog our chest. Then you can place your bucket of salmon or cod in the center block of our trapdoors. Now go ahead and dig down 4 blocks right in front of our chest, and then do that for these 3 blocks as well. Then jump down into the hole and then place a hopper going into this block right here. Now you can clear out some more space and then place down a double chest. And on this hopper, place a rail like this. Then you can place your minecart on top. Now dig down a block and then break our rail. And guys, now this next step is super important, and that is to place a sign on the same block as the hopper minecart. Make sure that it looks like this. Now you can just grab some dirt blocks and then fill this area in right there. Then to get out of the hole, you can place some ladders up here. And now for the final step, all you have to do is place a bucket of lava right there. And yeah, that's the construction complete. So to use this farm, all you have to do is hold on to the fishing rod and then go ahead and stand in front, and just stand about 2 to 3 blocks away from the lava hole, and then aim your crosshair on the center of the trapdoor like I've done there. And guys, make sure that you're not too close to it, as if you are, you should see that outline, and if you open it, the fish will escape. And if you try to throw your fishing rod, you'll actually open the trapdoor and our fish will escape. So make sure that you're far back enough that the trapdoor is not highlighted. Now all you have to do is right click and then just wait until it automatically detaches for us and collects the loot, like that. Just after fishing for a little bit, you can easily rack up your levels. And not only that, if you guys go down here to our chest, we already have all of this loot, and after a while you should also get a lot of useful loot. And next up, we have a super essential farm which you basically cannot live without, and that is a food farm. This fully automatic farm will provide you guys with all of the food you need, as it will automatically give you guys cooked food and also feathers, which you can trade with villagers to get infinite emeralds. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's get straight to it. So you'll need a chest, 2 observers, a dispenser, 2 solid blocks, a cobblestone, a slab, a bucket of lava, 2 glass blocks, 2 hoppers, and 8 trap doors. And of course, to start off the farm, you'll need as many eggs as you have. I recommend starting off with a couple stack. Go ahead and grab all these materials. And again, to start off building this farm, place down our chest, then place a hopper going to the back of it. Now on that hopper, place 2 temporary blocks right here. Then on the front, you can place 2 glass blocks like so. Now grab your trapdoors and then place them on the bottom of these 2 blocks and then close them up. And do that for the other side as well. And of course, place one on the top. Now get rid of these temporary blocks. Then place a solid block right here with a dispenser on top facing inwards. And again, while crouching, place a solid block on top of the dispenser. Then place a temporary block right here with the observer going into it like so. Then get rid of this temporary block. Then place another observer like this. Make sure that the 2 arrows look exactly like this and the little red dot behind the observer is constantly flickering on and off. Now grab another hopper and place it at the back of the dispenser, and then place another temporary block right here with the last trap doors at the bottoms of all 3 sides, and then one more at the top. Then break this block and then close up our trap doors. And now for the last step, open this trap door and then place in a bucket of lava right here. Then close this trap door for safety, and that's the construction complete. And now to get this farm started, all you have to do is open up this back trap door and just throw in some eggs until you get some chickens to spawn. I recommend doing this until you guys have a lot of chickens inside. And once you're satisfied with the amount of chickens inside, just close the trap door. And when the baby chickens inside here grow into adults and when they start laying eggs, the eggs will automatically go into our dispenser over here, and the dispenser will shoot out the eggs, and any baby chicken that hatch will be put in this chamber. And when these baby chickens grow up, they will be killed by the lava and the loot will be collected in the chest. And after a couple minutes, you should see cooked chicken and some feathers. And up next for the 4th farm, we have something that can make your life a lot easier if you're looking to smelt a lot of items at once. And that is a very simple super smelter. This super smelter is super efficient and will automatically distribute all of the items evenly among 8 furnaces, so anything that you guys want to smelt will be 8 times faster and also hassle free. So yeah, let's get straight to it. And to build it, you'll need 1 chest, 1 boat with a chest in it, 8 furnaces, 16 hoppers, and 1 solid block. So go ahead and grab all these materials. And to use the farm, you'll need some fuel and obviously the items you want to smelt. And again, to start off building this farm, all you have to do is place down a chest with a hopper going to the behind like this. Now place 1 more hopper on either side of our initial hopper like so, and then place 2 hoppers going to those ones right here. And then finally place 1 more going into either one. Now to test out, just throw in some random blocks anywhere on the hoppers, and at the end they should all end up in the chest. Then while crouching, place a furnace on top of each one of these hoppers. And once you're done with that, place down 1 more hopper on top of each furnace like this. And while we're up here, place a solid block to cover up this hole. And finally, all you have to do is place our boat on this center block and then jump in the boat and just align it to be central. Just take your time with it and make it as centered as you can. And after a bit of nudging and driving the boat around, you should get it to look somewhat like this. And yeah, that's actually the farm complete. So to use this super smelter, just load up each furnace with a bit of fuel. And then all you have to do is come up here and then while crouching, press the boat, and that should open up the chest menu. Now just drop in all the items you want to smelt, and boom, they should be getting sucked in very quickly. So as you guys can see, all of the furnaces are smelting something, and boom, just like that, 16 iron has already smelted, and every couple seconds you should get 8 new items that you're smelting. And for the 5th and final farm, we have a farm that will give you guys a super important item. And this item is actually very important if you're looking to build farms or automate anything, and that is an iron farm. And this iron farm that I'm about to show you guys is very easy to build and super compact. So yeah, let's get straight to it. And the materials required to build this farms are 2 chests, 3 hoppers, 3 signs, anywhere between 10 to 20 villagers, 20 fletching tables, a water bucket, a lava bucket, a single slab, a torch, and finally 20 beds. So yeah, go ahead and grab all these items. When you guys choose the location where you want to build this farm, make sure there are no other villages within a 150 block radius of the location that you've chose. And the first step is to dig out a 5x5 hole. And afterwards, you're going to want to dig down by 8 more blocks. And after all of that, that should leave you with a hole which is 5x5 blocks big and 9 blocks deep. Now that you're inside the hole, you're going to want to grab some temporary blocks. It can be any blocks of your choice, and then just place 2 like this all the way across. And repeat this on the other side as well. Once that's done, grab your beds and then place them all the way across our temporary blocks. Do it on both sides. Once you're done, break the temporary blocks directly under a bed like so.
and then place beds all the way across the bottom as well. Make sure to repeat that for both sides. When you're all done, that should be 20 beds placed down. Now with some extra blocks, go ahead and fill in this hole all the way down the middle. Then with the same blocks, you can make a floor down here. Then place a torch down the middle. This should prevent any mobs from spawning down here. Now grab your fletching tables and then make out this hole in the wall like this. And repeat that for one more wall. Now you can go ahead and fill in these holes with fletching tables. Once you filled it all up, you should have used up 8 of our fletching tables. Now for the rest, make a hole that looks a little like this on the remaining 2 walls. And go ahead and fill that in. And while we're here, you're going to want to bring in your villagers. But guys, make sure that they can actually get a job, unlike this villager over here. So you're going to want to make sure that they're fully grown adult villagers and not wearing a green coat like this nitwit over here. Once you've got all 20 of your villagers in, you can start making a floor up here. The minimum amount of villagers you need for this farm to start working is 10. But 20 villagers is the best amount. And boom, once you build the floor, you should already have iron golems spawning. But for the next step, come over here to any of the corner blocks and then break 3 like so, and then place in a hopper going into one of the sides. Then you can place 2 going into that central hopper. Then grab your signs and then place 2 along the top right here, and then 1 more in the center down there. Now you can grab your lava bucket and then place it in between all 3 signs. Then make your way to the opposite corner and then place down a solid block and a water bucket on top of that. So that should push our iron golems towards our killing chamber. Now go to the corner where our hoppers were facing and then dig down by 5 blocks. And in here, you can break these 2 blocks over here and then place down a double chest. Then break these 2 blocks on top and then replace them with slabs so that you can easily access our chest. And optionally, you can place down some ladders to easily go up and down the farm. And a final tip, if you have any iron golems spawning outside of the farm, you can simply stop that by placing leaves on that spot.
And yeah, that's it. Those were the top 5 must-have farms for anyone playing on Minecraft Bedrock.